Welcome to this 5-part series on how to get started with barefoot running and movement. So this quick 5-part series will cover the introduction, which is where we're here right now, beginner, intermediate, advanced and expert barefoot training techniques and exercises and stuff. I'd recommend listening first to this introduction because I'm just going to go over some frequently asked questions, some tips, tricks and other things that you should know before you get started with like barefoot running and training. I bought a pair of barefoot shoes on a whim about 4 years ago and made a complete 180 in my lower body's health. I had seriously problematic gait and it looked ridiculous. I get started with barefoot moving. Well, many people have covered this very in depth, so I'm just going to keep it brief. Basically, our movement evolved over hundreds upon thousands of years without plush, cushiony soles. And suddenly, now we have chunks of foam underneath our feet, severely altering our biomechanics since childhood. Wonder why scoliosis, posture problems, and all these other ailments have arisen? A really great book is Born to Run. It's a stunning read and I'd just highly recommend it. Okay, let's do some FAQ and other things to know. And let's start with question 1. What is heel striking? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's when you're running or jogging or walking and your heel strikes first. Try this. Just stand up and jog in place, Do your heels strike first? Or does your forefoot strike first? Chances are you're not landing on your heels like this. So why do we do this when we run? When did this become a thing? All this shock from the impact travels up our leg to our hips, but really concentrates in the joints, the knees, the ankles, the bones, tendons, ligaments take the stress instead of on the forefoot where the muscles take all the impact. They work as shock absorbers like muscles should. Don't worry if you do this currently. I was literally the worst offender of this possible. It's kind of weird because footwear kind of made it okay to do this by adding all this inches of foam to absorb shock. So how long does it take to get used to barefoot running? Well, of course, everyone's different, but it only took me a couple days or weeks to adapt first to the walking, a couple months to adapt to the jogging and the running and heavy movements after about 6 months, and about 6 months to 1 year to fully integrate, barefoot into my lifestyle, just every activity and whatnot. Personally, I did exercise and training about 3 to 5 days a week and walk daily in barefoot shoes. This sounds like a lot, but really as simple as just buying some barefoot shoes and walking in them all the time. And then, maybe getting some barefoot running shoes, after a month or something. Do I need to do barefoot exercises to transition? And definitely not. Like I said, you can just switch to barefoot wear right away. But if you're doing serious amounts of movement, jogging, running, training, start slowly, Do I need barefoot shoes to transition effectively? And also, no, you can do, of course, everything entirely barefoot, but, it'll be quite a shock at first, trust me. Don't your feet get cuts from the street or glass? No, I've actually never had a cut from glass or something nasty on the streets. I've had a couple of splinters, in my feet from thorns or, weird terrain, but that's actually pretty rare. You'd really be surprised how quickly your feet adapt to barefoot walking and develop that thick skin. So what about returning to regular shoes per se? Well, now honestly they feel really odd. It's not like I can't wear them, but I immediately notice how restricted the footbed and unnatural the feeling is. You can always go back, but once you've switched over, honestly, I doubt you'll want to go back. So let me get into some barefoot running tips just to help your transition kind of go smoothly here. So number 1, start slowly. Yeah, you may be the kind of person that just likes to jump into things and also just push through pains and aches.
The psychology is savagery. Remember this. Stay hard at all times.
Do not do this. You'll run a pretty high chance of injuring yourself or something, Instead, literally start 100 meters at a time or less. The beginner section to barefoot running will cover a lot of exercises that are really great, and you don't even have to leave home for those. Tip number 2, get some footwear. Barefoot doesn't mean no shoes at all. This can help the beginning where your feet are you know, sensitive and soft. This could be something from Vibram, Vivobarefoot, Wildlings, Merrill, Zero, or any of the other brands dedicated to barefoot shoes. Treat yourself. Give yourself foot massages, foam rolling sessions, baths, good nutrition, hydration. This is really all about growth, personal development, and loving our bodies. One step at a time, but hey, let's lead the charge on the body revolution here. Don't force it. If you're having issues with pains, aches, discomfort, take a break. This can be for a day, a week, maybe even a month. The body really takes time to adapt, and the worst thing you could do is just force it and try too hard. Just let it be and let nature take its course. And number 5, don't be afraid. While I'm saying like don't force aches and pains, they're completely natural to have. Chances are that you've been subject to improper footwear since birth, like all of us. Body here will have some resistance at first, and really it'll take some time to adapt and get used to this. Just let it be, watch the results grow from, you know, 6 months or beyond. So yeah, that's the introductory section on just how to get started with barefoot running. The next section will cover how to get started with barefoot running with some basic techniques and exercises that you could just literally do from home. So no need to go outside to the forest or anything like this. If you like this video, please also just hit the subscribe button and help algorithm boost me, because it would just really help the channel to grow a little bit. These videos really took a lot of time, and I'm just a one-man production crew, so support me with a cup of tea if you like, and I'll see you in the next part.